First episode, Time Hackers Club. Welcome. Got my man Wildcard here.
Wildcard.
Stopping in.
Howling in my boy, the local Pharaoh.
So,
hack the times.
So what's going on today?
Man, really trying to capitalize off of all this chaos going on in the world in general, man. Like, there's so many opportunities to make money off of the instability and everything that's going on right now, man. Like, the bank's going nuts and the world's about to go to war, so it seems. There's just so much shit going on.
That's what it seems like, don't it?
Yeah, man. It's like it's time to start making money off of these situations when we see it happen. That's where I'm at with it today.
It seems like everything's going to hell in a handbasket, but I try to be optimistic. about it.
Yeah, man. We got to, because if we look at it like that, then that could be very well what it is, but we could be on the other side of it if we look at it optimistically. While the rest of the world's going to hell in a handbasket, we can actually capitalize and be, safe from the flood while everybody else get washed under the current. I mean, it is what it is. It's that fucking crazy. That's how bad it is.
Everybody has that mindset of get rich quick, and it takes the work. It takes people trying to repetitively accomplish something that is in their path.
Wow. And it's funny that you said it like that, get rich quick. I was just reading something that Warren Buffett said not too long ago about doesn't nobody want to get rich slow. Like,
yeah,
but that's how it really actually happens.
But look how rich he is.
Progressively. Right, exactly, So
they know what they're talking about when they are. Like, you done got me high. I'm over here.
Man, we about to get more high than that. It's all good, man. Where's your lighter at? But yeah, man, Warren Buffett was just talking about it on some kind of, I don't know if it was an interview that I was looking at or if it was an article that I was reading. But everything that's going on right now, we're seeing a collapse in all the regional banks, a lot of the regional banks, let me put it that way. And it's like a money crisis thing. It's like they're trying to ensure the security of people's deposits in the bank. So a lot of people are pulling out of these banks. And you're seeing it happen a lot in California. There's four major regional banks in California that have been going through these troubles. Two of them got closed down. And since they got closed down, that being SVB and Silicon Valley Bank, man, all that shit done went nuts. It's you see First Republic go down 90% in a month.
I heard about that.
Yeah, that shit's
I heard about that. But I think it's a swift decline from the COVID, the whole pandemic. I think that really pushed out a lot of small business owners. So big corporations could come in and swoop and take all of it.
Wow, and it's crazy. It's almost like you watched CNBC where they were talking about it. They were saying that a lot of these corporations was just like, yep, we out of here, and pretty much left some of these banks right around the time of all this the selling off. So you see the bank, all these corporations leaving these banks, and it made the stock price just drop all the way, man. And it's like, it's really up to the people at this point as to whether they trust the banks to continue to bank with them. And the Fed recently claimed that everybody's money's safe with the bank. So It's not. The only thing, it's up to the people now to just go ahead and trust it.
Doesn't that sound like a bunch of bullshit though? Oh yeah, you can trust us. We've been fucking you for a long time, but you can keep on trusting us.
And it's like, how are they just now having this kind of crisis? Like, that's the funny thing about it, is that
because strong men let it happen.
Absolutely. But if you look at every March, they've had some kind of reset. Last year, it was Ukraine and Russia during March, and everything dropped. The year before that, like you said, COVID.
But you know, the Fed isn't even federal though. It was instituted in like the 1920s. Pretty much the banks came to the government, hey, we want you to sign this contract saying that, hey, we're going to print your money and you're going to pretty much owe us, but we'll be in cahoots with each other. We'll all get rich. And,
Absolutely.
And the money that we're passing around these days is, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's legal tender. Legal tender. Pretty much it means
a reserve note. And it used to say silver or gold.
Or gold, yeah. Backed in gold or silver.
None of that shit no more.
None of it. Because now the only thing that gives it value is because it's still in circulation.
Right.
And now, how many people do you see every day that use cash in the store? Not a lot.
Less and less.
Less and less. Everybody's using either a card, their phone, whatever makes it easier. But that's also
damn.
Yeah.
And that makes it
even easier.
More perspective, right?
Even easier for the transition to happen. Everybody's this person, because of course they can look at your banks. Of course they go through and hey, this person's hasn't used cash, gotten cash off, is just strictly using their phone. Because I use my phone a lot.
Right.
So
a lot of people do, and then
it happened so quick.
Real quick.
So quick. Because I grew up in the era like you that there was no internet or anything like that. We were out playing with bikes, running around
sports,
the neighborhood, doing that type of stuff.
All that shit, man. We were active and actually living life not through a camera lens.
We're not behind a window screen.
Yeah, the whole time.
That's pretty much it.
That's nuts, man. It's like it kind of goes hand in hand with how now the banks are collapsing. But meanwhile, Bitcoin's skyrocketing. It's all going hand in hand with that phone and everything becoming digital and more personal. Like, really, you becoming your own bank. That is the goal eventually. Whether people realize it or not, they're going to be pushed into that direction. So you may as well be aware of it and take the steps towards completing that goal on your own. That way you'll already be educated as to what all that's going to be pertaining to. Like it's kind of heavy, and people aren't really ready to take that much economical responsibility. But
really, it's people. It's everyday people, and they're not bad people.
Not at all. They just misinformed.
And also, it's like, this doesn't directly impact me or my life or my family.
Right.
So why should I care about it?
Exactly, man. And that's such a great point.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's why everything falls
of
to the wayside. Yeah.
Man, that is the danger of it. They want it to be like that, so you don't even fucking think about it. Like, you ain't gotta think about it. Mm-hmm. And then furthermore, you got more important things to think about. So, yeah. They can hurry up and try to get their bank crisis together and be like, we're all good. And then we just go back to doing it how we were before. They were saying something about it's going to be up to the Fed to figure out how much mortgage rates are going to be hiked up because of the readjustment of this bank crisis. So there's going to be all kind of crazy shit that spins out of this shit. It's for them to all the ones that are in moving in cahoots together, like the 10 regional banks that put $30 billion into First Republic Bank or JP Morgan and all them motherfuckers, for them to move in cahoots together into this new age of banking, which is really they're trying to get control of the digital aspect of it. But meanwhile, keep you concerned with immediate distractions so that you are not able to establish yourself economically in this transitional period. And now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it, to take risks and
try to get ahead of at least your own self.
Right.
Try to
what you've been regularly doing. Mm-hmm. You know, straight up. That's for real. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you have to look out for your star player.
Man,
that's what Cat Williams said.
That's for real. That's real shit though. Because ain't nobody else about to. This world is really designed to chew you up and spit you out. So absolutely, if you don't look out for your star player, man, they better.
And do what you can to help other people, but also you have to recognize the users, abusers, and
straight up
manipulators.
Give help where it's warranted.
You're right.
And then furthermore, it's like looking out for your star player will really allow you to give the maximum amount of help that you can. Because if you're not all the way straight, how the fuck are you gonna help somebody else?
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta be good. Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
Local fair. Local fair. Trying to kill wild card over here.
Oh man.
Shit.
You know, we in here.
Man, that's that gas right there, man. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's like we got a whole bunch of different ways that we can make the money right now. It ain't just the regional banks. If you were going for the long-term game, it would be smart to buy like Citigroup or Wells Fargo or JP Morgan. You know, something that's going that's banking on an international level, to where they're not even really disrupted by all the shit that's going on here in the country. This is much more regional and localized banks that are dealing intimately with individuals and businesses in certain areas of the country. Like I was saying, California and a few other places, but Western Alliance, Fifth Third, New York Community Bank went up 38% yesterday. So we're gonna see a lot of what these motherfuckers is gonna do tomorrow. But I think it's just a good time to watch the market. And then further.
And by the way, we're not financial advisors. We don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not in any kind of way.
You do you, boo-boo.
Yeah, you gotta watch that shit. It's not something to play with, because everybody gets on there and I guess they think the stocks is either a scam or they think that they're going to do it and immediately get rich. And neither one of those, that's the furthest thing from the truth. It just don't make no sense to even look at it like that.
But you definitely have to invest, and you have to invest in yourself and everything, because the whole system is rigged. Look at Donald Trump. Look at Donald Trump with the whole. He told you his system's rigged. I used this system to win, and he did. And he did.
He grabbed it right by the pussy. That shit for real, man. He wasn't playing around. Speaking of which, him and old girl Stormy Daniels, the porn star bitch. There's all kind of allegations that, you know, they had whatever going on, and him and another motherfucker that somebody, I think one of his attorneys or something, and there was a bunch of hush money given to her about whatever her and Trump got.
There's always hush money. Come on.
Right, but it was apparently it went on while he was president and all that. So he would still get indicted for all the charges.
I mean,
if he was
I don't
to
put
get
it past anybody, really.
But yeah, I don't put it past anybody either. But I'm just looking at Trump's personality. I say my opinion. I think the motherfucker did it. I think he definitely grabbed her by the pussy one time. Go Trump. Like, that's what you do, bro. We get it. But the hush money situation, that is very also, that's some Trump shit too. Like, that's funny as hell, bro. I'm gonna say something
when you
about
have
Trump.
that much money, I mean, really, it's a playground. everything is a playground.
It is.
Because you can just wake up because imagine just waking up and I'm just about to go halfway across the world today.
Man, halfway across the world.
Man,
Stormy Daniels sitting in my, not on my lap, but sitting on my hand the whole way across the world type shit. So with that being said, it's like, I want to say this about Trump. Trump. Man, Trump's like a nigga, for real. Like, we gotta really look at this. Like, Trump is like what black people, look, everybody, you know, what's that shit where Young Jock was saying something about, niggas call me the black Donald Trump or something like that. Yeah. For a long time, it was cool to be like Trump up until he ran for president. So really, niggas embraced him all the way until he became president. And he continued to do nigga shit while he was in office. Completely blatantly honest, rude, arrogant, talking shit about his money, all of that. I don't even want the money for presidents, for the presidency. I'll donate that shit. Yeah, like for real. Man, he did all the shit that niggas would do if they was in office. And then furthermore, he always maintains frame. Like, he don't leave his character. It don't matter if he looks like he's dead wrong, if everybody agree with him. Trump don't give a fuck. And I just don't understand why people are hating on that. Like, how can you hate that? This nigga's so blatantly honest, you can't hate that. Look, these motherfucking, a lot of these other politicians, though, they're laughing, they done smiled in your face, and they done made you all these false promises, and all of that fucking shit. And y'all worship them. Y'all worship their ass for being liars to you.
Yeah, and everybody doesn't wake up to the game. Like, I look at people, and you can tell they just have a veil of, like, I don't want that common sense in here. I don't want it.
Man. It's like, yeah, they don't really want to see it.
Nah. They don't, because they would rather fall into tribalism. They would rather fall into, this is my group.
Right.
This is what I think because the group thinks this. And they fall into that ideology, whatever it may be. And
meanwhile, it be individual characters like Trump that run the fucking world. Well, y'all better see what's going on here, man.
Because they've turned it into a popularity contest.
But at the same time, to just, show how the polarization really works, as to what you said at first about people like wanting to just fall in their damn group. That mentality is not what's getting things changed. The people that are changing shit are using y'all now as variables to change it, because y'all already grouped yourselves. Pick the sides. So now it's just like they waiting to see what side y'all gonna pick next. And then that's what they fucking hang over your head in the reality with. Every time. They watching everybody else now. They don't gotta come up with some scheme some Illuminati mind trick to rule you motherfuckers. They watch y'all trend it and put it in the algorithm and all that, and it's easy as fuck to hurt y'all at this point. Like straight up, it's fucked up to say it like that, but that's what it is. Like we gotta stop being. There's nothing wrong with subscribing to an idea, but the work don't stop there. Like that is the initiation into a school of thought, and you can go as far with that as you want to. Some people allow themselves to get a picture perfect idea of it based off of the impression that they got from it initially, and then they don't do any further investigation. They're just, Team Gaga, Team fucking
whatever. Hashtag
yeah
at whatever.
And then if it doesn't agree with your way of seeing it, now you just got a cancel culture where you ain't even got to fucking take any scrutiny, criticism, or you don't have to rethink anything about how you feel. You can just cancel it. Like, fuck that, it's canceled.
Yeah,
So
I don't like that. Get rid of it.
It's making everybody soft. The cancel culture, it made everybody kind of soft, but I'm going to say it like this too. We're also supposed to be in an age where everyone's supposed to be open-minded and woke and independent and strong. If y'all so damn strong, why can't y'all take any fucking criticism?
At all. Can't take any.
So y'all not really ready to digest a woke regimen of thought yet. Y'all not even ready to go there and try to do none of that. You're not, your mind isn't mutable enough. You're not willing to really be swayed or convinced anything as much as just really brainwashed. Like y'all take that and be programmed that way, but for somebody to try to even combat against that, you don't want to move from that position. And that mindset, to be able to have a lucid, open mindset, it contradicts it if you then don't want to be scrutinized in any kind of way. Like, why is your feeling so hurt?
Yeah, you can't expect, nonsense out of nonsense.
Man.
It doesn't even make sense. Like, why? Why would you cancel something that is gonna hurt your feelings?
Saying it like that, it shows you how childish it is.
Exactly. It's stupid.
That's gonna hurt your feelings.
I like having different people with different perspectives, so that maybe changes my mind about something.
Absolutely. And furthermore, what parts of your mind it doesn't change, it really makes it unique. It validates our uniqueness to be different. I just don't get it. Like, we should want to share the space in this way. Because like you said, it's going to only add to what you already have to bring to the table. Like, you're going to know more of just based off of how other people feel. You can add it all up in a little ball, take and leave what you please. Like, it's not like you got to adopt every thought that someone has that you disagree with. You can take it.
Think something different and also not. You disagree with you, or disagree with them rather, but you still agree to disagree.
Man, what a middle ground, people. Why can't we do this nowadays? It's like It's got to be black and white. It's like that group mentality that you said earlier. There ain't no middle ground for the black and white. You either on our side was right or their side was right, and that's it. Like, there should be a middle ground, because y'all still gonna feel like y'all right anyway. So if there's a middle ground, then there's an opportunity for higher learning, and I think that that's the important part. Not necessarily to sway you from the ground that you're standing on, but at the same time to make you consider, you know, the grass don't have to be greener on the other side, but there is another side.
Yeah, there's always another side.
Right, straight up.
It just depends on what type of path you want.
Right. Man. And the way that this, you know, this cancel culture, strong and independent mindset that everybody has, it allows them to, it's allowing nobody to group together. And everybody's actually, the way that they do is just under these, you know, different notions or ideas of that they didn't subscribe to, but they're not really grouping together because there's no social rapport. Like, people are fucking in their phones all the time. A lot of this is done over the internet. There's no intimacy in it. Like, we may be part of a group on Facebook, and it's for, I'm not going to use a common example, I guess, because some people could take offense to it. So I'm just going to use a Facebook group that I'm part of. It's for people that practice polyamory. Not to say that I'm necessarily someone who's avidly practicing polyamory.
But you're trying to get your freak on.
See, but that's not, I don't feel like that's necessarily what it's about, because you could just be a swinger or be single.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
imagine having 2, 3, 4, 5 wives.
That's 2, 3, or 4 or 5 headaches.
Exactly. That's the way I look at it.
Okay,
That's
so
the way I'm like, man.
Yeah, if you're not a master,
If you have like 5 wives, you're a good one. Because
you've already had to master monogamy.
Mm.
You know, shout out to Brother Polite for that, because he really touched on that. If you can't manage one woman, how the fuck are you gonna manage 5? You gotta be at the tip top of your game as a man to be able to handle all that motherfucking emotion at the end of the day. Have you been able to motherfucking tame and train them bitches? Because straight up, for real, they gotta be, they gotta fit who you are as a man, because your purpose, your cause comes first. There's too many things in this world that's not about to cut you the same break. You got to go to, I wish I would just tell the damn police, man, I just been hitting bad on my luck here lately. You know, I haven't been able to get to get my license back because they close every time I go. There ain't none of them excuses about to work. They about to lock my ass up. There's no excuse for a man. A man's cause and a purpose gotta come first. Otherwise, your ass just might be grass to this world. This world is gonna get it together, Grouch. Like on the Dave Chappelle skit. Like, yes, Oscar the Grouch is a man.
But what do you think about the whole men and their feelings and sensitive these days?
There's nothing wrong with none of that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If they don't learn how to conquer their feelings, they ain't never gonna be able to be the man that they're supposed to be. You gotta be in line with your feelings.
I think feelings come and go, but you have to.
We about to get into the metaphysical aspect.
You have to conquer your mind to have those feelings, but set aside the focus.
The focus. You just said it right there. Yeah. That's it.
That's what it takes.
Because your mindset is what the focus is. And then furthermore, if you're vibrating on a certain purpose, cause, intention, then you got to make that primary and not be swayed by all the motherfucking distractions from the outside world, because that's eventually what it is. Not saying that your woman is a distraction, because she's actually a complement of who you are subconsciously and what you actually do have going on emotionally. She's matching that energy, and that was the electromagnetic attraction between you two to begin with. So with that being said, when we really get into the science of that, we got to also see that as we've attracted these things into our world, they also, just like planets, lesser planets in a solar system, they have an orbit. They have times where they're more influential in your gravitas, in what you got going on intermediately than other times. And with that being said, if you have a plan or a long-term goal or something exactly that you're trying to accomplish, there's many ways in this reality and many different things that can make you just get distracted and be like, fuck it, it's too hard for me to deal with right now. Let me make sure she woo woo woo, or I gotta work and then I'm gonna have to come home and hear her woo woo. No.
In that spare time, you need to start creating.
Exactly.
Having some type of
you gotta always
side hobby or something that you can monetize.
You gotta make the time, you gotta make the space, and then furthermore, as the reality is constantly shouting at you and getting louder, trying to get you to stop, trying to get you to pay attention to this over here, you gotta realize that means you're getting closer to your goal. So the distractions are going to become louder and louder until
and they're going to come from everywhere.
And the more that you don't pay attention to them, it is like a beast that you're not letting breathe, and it's going to die eventually because you're going to accomplish the goal. Just don't let that motherfucker breathe. And that don't mean just for fuck everybody in the reality, but it does mean put yourself first, because we talked
back to
what we were saying at the beginning of the video.
Serving yourself, yeah.
Then you'll really be able to help her. Then you'll really be able to have 5 women.
Whew. Yeah, but
responsibly. We ain't no damn relationship coaches either. So
nah,
straight up.
But I told my girl
saying
the other day,
I'm having troubles with my motherfucking self.
I was like, man, got 99 problems, none of them are bitches, but that 100th problem is
that's the one right there.
That's
man.
the one.
That's why she's number 100. Like, damn, man, this is a big problem.
Man,
if I let your problems, that's the thing. That's exactly goes back to what we was just saying.
But they're going
we already have a goal in mind, and I'm letting your problems become my problems. No, I understand with the goal, it's gonna solve everybody's motherfucking problem. Because that's how we think of men. As providers, we're looking out for the greater good of everybody around us. We don't have no damn choice because this is what we're from. Because what am I gonna do? Get rich and die alone?
Nah.
Hell nah.
Nah.
Straight up.
Nobody wants to. Some people
wants to.
Some people will.
They're motherfucking.
Some people will though.
They're
but
dead.
that's
They're
just the
fucking
reality.
Capricorns and Scorpios and shit. Like, yeah, my brother, he's just like, I'm gonna move far away so no one knows whenever I pass. Like, what, boy? You are out of this world, man. He was dead serious. He was laughing about it.
Man.
Yeah, but you know, that's that Scorpio shit. But man, like the thing is, we're all just we're all in reality. We're all in time. But depending on when we came through this portal, when we came into time, that's what part of time we're changing with. So time may be unchanging, but everything changes in time.
But really, we're time travelers. We're time hackers.
Exactly. Woo! Look, welcome to the club.
Time hackers.
Welcome to the motherfucking club. Because, man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. If we could really see it like that, then people could see gradually through time how each cause adds to their effect, or each effect adds to the cause. Like there's always something that's taking you to the next level. There may have been, for example, there may have been times in life where you just did not know how the fuck you was gonna get over a certain situation. Everybody has a time in their life where they can go back and be like, damn man, what the fuck am I gonna do about this? And it was the biggest deal and you just don't know. And you got past that and you're okay now. But you didn't know how it was gonna happen. Gradually, through time, how each cause adds to their effect, or each effect adds to the cause.
Like there's always something that's taking you to the next level. There may have been, for example, there may have been times in life where you just did not know how the fuck you was gonna get over a certain situation. Everybody has a time in their life where they can go back and be like, damn man, what the fuck am I gonna do about this? And it was the biggest deal and you just don't know. And you got past that and you're okay now. But you didn't know how it was gonna happen then.
So you freaked out about it and
You had to go through
for
all
nothing.
of those.
For nothing. For nothing.
Uncle Pharaoh
You freaked out
says for nothing. But I say everything's nothing. Something is for nothing is for something.
I mean, yeah, you like seared it in your brain, and now you remember it. Yeah, like you went through the experience. Okay, like that's cool, but really, you fucking did it for nothing. You did it for nothing.
Right? You
wasted
time.
Fucking precious
or you
energy.
created a process where it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
And that's what we do as humans in a lot of ways to try to troubleshoot. But then really, when you're fearful of something or you don't understand something, you create a process that's unnecessary. And that's what really happens. When we get into a situation where we're fearful, we're freaking out, we're not thinking clearly. It's not the same level of planning. It's not the same level of processing. So yeah, we got to really see that. And that's all part of, really man, I'm seeing a trend in this conversation. It's all going hand in hand with the self-work we was talking about.
But you already know everything is a cycle and a circle and within itself and two sides of one coin going up and down while getting hot and cold.
All of that.
Everything.
All of that, man. And that's fucking, that's tremendous vibration. You gotta vibrate tremendously with intention.
We're the real time hackers.
The real time hackers. And with that being said, it's
Sentient
the mentality.
beings.
It's
Yeah.
really the mentality.
Yeah.
If your intention outweighs the circumstances and situations around you, you're gonna be successful. Or in other words, can you really stay focused on what you want to see true in the reality?
Can
you stay focused on that long enough to ride out the obstacles,
you? The storm.
the backlash that's gonna come with that until you motherfucking get over it or under it or around it? Can you do that? Like for real, man. It's like that's just so for real.
But people don't think about that.
Man.
People are,
They ready to throw that towel in and make a Facebook status.
yeah.
That's cool though. I be laughing at that shit. Keep it up. Boy, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, not trying to really do anything, just be another cog in the machine.
Man, and the thing is, like, we could take these cogs in the machine and recognize how we've been used in a certain way and then work the system to our advantage. So it's not even like we haven't been given a role where it's impossible to escape. Like anybody, you can come from nothing in this country and get rich. So anybody has the opportunity to do it, but it's just obvious that a lot of motherfuckers is content.
But see, I'm an asshole though. Like I'll like try to skip skip the ads as quick as possible.
Yeah. Every once in a while, something will catch my attention where I look at it for a second.
But I try not to be on Facebook or Instagram scrolling all day or anything like that.
Man, I try not to, but Instagram, boy, it's just
Insta.
hoes, boy.
Oh, Papa's Insta up right now.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. I love ass. I like thin, tall women. I like all that fucking shit.
We gotta see your.
I like big bitches. All
We
that
gotta see your algorithm feed.
Oh my god.
I want to see
It's gonna
this.
be wild, bro. It's just not. Oh goodness. It's gonna have to. That's wild card for real for you right there. Y'all gonna really understand this nigga right here if y'all see that.
Oh man.
But It's definitely gonna have to be another time because we got to talk about this motherfucking. Why are we sitting here talking about just the concept of people being stuck in a certain way to where they don't want to fucking change? Instagram feeds. We didn't kind of dance around it to get to this topic about Obama's daughter supposedly being pregnant by Future. We know it's a rumor. We know that now, but
all right. Have you heard about Obama? Now, I don't hate Obama at all. Like, but I just seen this.
I'll tell you the truth about Obama too.
I just seen this. Like everything that has to do with him, like it equals 666 or anything, something like that.
See, I ain't even heard of that.
He was born on the 216th day. His name has 18 letters, which is like 6 plus 6 plus 6 or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then the winning lottery number when he got elected was the pick 3 was 666. Something with the I swear
All of that. I believe
I heard this shit, but
I believe it. But the thing is, like,
in other cultures it means something different though.
it's like
666.
there's a couple different, right? Exactly, because we could look at it like 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. That's a carbon.
Yeah.
And carbon polymers is how you get melaninocytes, chlorophyll. We could just say it's melanin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We can make it that simple, but motherfuckers will try to be like, it's the Antichrist and all that.
But
y'all been given a religious program in your own fucking spiritual science.
It's been watered down in the first
Straight
place.
up. It is your damn spiritual science. And look, we
Y'all
can
follow
prove it to be true. Cause what? There's a 6-point star in the Star of David, and that's hooking in with the damn Shiva. Because you can take Shiva and put them in the Star of David. We can look that up on Google Image and just show you how they've arranged Shiva dancing in the same configuration as the Star of David. Or if you were to draw a straight line outside of the star, you would get a cube. And what does carbon do as a platonic solid on a microscopic level? It forms hexagons and cubes and shit. It ain't no damn coincidence. It's real motherfucking spiritual science. But y'all got duped out of it because then you would understand how you physically incarnated or crystallized light and became physical, or a thought form, something that was formless taking form. Or what y'all do with dabs, with weed, it becomes a concentrate. You concentrated on specific thoughts, and that light bended in on itself, and in that space, that solitary space, that solo space, yeah, you got your solar plex, your sun, your soul. Because it's
a light.
Light.
The color spectrum that we see can't see that we actually glow.
You see what I'm saying? It's you inside out. Or you inside out. This whole reality is what that is. So we're the mind and we're acting it out right now. And if you can see it that way, then you will understand like how it's like you would even try to separate the reality into 7 colors or 7 days of the week, 7 notes in an octave, 7, so on and so on. The 7s go on and on and on because that all has to do with the same correlation with the y'all's fucking obsession with 666. 7 being the next one. That's just like Allah's creating the heavens and leveling them 7. It's your damn 7 chakras. Or your 7 primary motors, your 7 willpowers, your 7 mental distortions, your 7 archetypical mindsets. There's all kinds of ways we can say chakra. You niggas be getting woke and hearing chakra and thinking you woke. No. What is a chakra? It's a willpower.
I heard that shit in yoga.
Yeah.
Or some
and then
shit.
we'll say it. I got a gut feeling. He's thinking with his dick, so on and so forth. So we see it in action. We see it with the Ninja Turtles. Motherfucking Orange, Sacral Chakra, Michelangelo, party time, dudes. Root Chakra, survival. Raphael's about to leave them niggas and go off and do his own fucking thing. Like, straight up, he's like, fuck this, I can do this on my own. Survival Chakra, red. Donatello, Crown Chakra, intelligence. Some motherfucking computer and shit. The Voice, Leonardo, blue. They didn't do it on accident. They do it with all the TV shows. But the thing is, we could break down all of them just to make motherfuckers understand that more, but then once again,
remix age-old stories. That's all they do.
oh my God.
That's all they
Local
do.
Pharaoh.
Because look,
Local Pharaoh.
why do you think they call it a program?
Man.
Because they're programming you. For real.
Time Hackers Club, boy. These niggas ain't even ready for this shit. What the fuck?
They're not ready.
Look,
They're not
man,
ready.
that's for real though,
They're
man.
not ready.
It's all look, and then you know it's so old. In some cases, they'll call it a mythology or a Bible or any damn thing, and then they just remix it and gave you Alice in Wonderland or some shit. You think you watching a whole other, but then you still going down a wormhole, a rabbit hole, a James and the Giant Peach hole. And look, think of how many motherfuckers go through a portal to get to another world. Every damn time they be doing it in the movies, bro. It be fucking me up. Now that we did, bro, look, I'm gonna tell you what. Wild Card then had a trippy ass life. Every time I see the portal in the motherfucking movie, yeah, we going there. Every damn time. And then it'd be some kind of pet or something guiding the motherfucker through, like a dog or a cat. They always got an Anubis.
A mystical being.
Look, every damn time, bro. Like, it'd be an initiation into the damn world. And then they got to figure out how to get back home.
Because they're lost. They lost their way.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, really, the oldest story is from Christianity. I mean, it's told over and over.
Over and over.
Throughout all of them. Christianity just won the race.
I'm trying to tell you. And then Christianity is fucking crazy because they tell the same damn... It's really the same story, worded different, contingent upon the motherfucking prophet or the Messiah or whoever they're working the energy through at the time. Because look, Jericho, they go around the city 7 times. Look, they do it every damn time. They can't even help it. They use certain numbers, like motherfucking Joseph having 12 brothers that sold him for a fucking, like, 11 shekels of silver or some damn thing.
Something crazy, yeah.
Yeah, something crazy. He's got 12 siblings or something. Or it's your 12 tribes of Judah, if you include Joseph. But then later on, Jesus has 12 disciples. Like, nah, man, y'all doing that on purpose. Like, straight up, we just can keep that real.
Yeah.
Like,
And
we got to see it masonically like that. There's some...
And also wars that have been fought over different beliefs.
And think of how many different, how old some of these traditions are that all got tied in to eventually create the holidays that you motherfuckers are celebrating.
Hey, I swear I'm
And
so
everybody think
fucking,
they doing some, like, no.
I'm
y'all,
so sick of holidays. So sick of holidays. Being a
I
dad,
tell you, man.
being a dad, now I'm like, why the fuck are we spending all this money on holidays? Like, what am I doing? Why? Like it's one after the other. I'm
right,
like,
yes.
and they're mostly all corporate holidays.
Corporate holidays. And
That's all it is.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah, because I was like,
I'm trying to tell you.
January. What was in January? New Year's. So I gotta get some shit for that.
Get that money, man.
And then let's see, February. What's in February? What's in February?
Okay. Damn, what is in February? It just passed.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Valentine's
just
Day,
hitting that.
and then let's see, March, St. Patrick's Day, and the family.
April.
Oh, we gotta get outfits for St. Patty's Day. Man, no, we don't. No, we don't. If I never told my children about holidays, they would never know.
Man.
Until somebody on the street, of course, comes up. It's like, oh, yeah,
Local Pharaoh's
that's
a trick
right.
now. Look, but like at the end of the day, I can't say that I think we do spend too much money on holidays.
On holidays, yeah.
But
I'm sick of it.
it's an exciting thing to see.
It's for the kids.
You
though.
see what I'm saying? To see my kids. When I think about that, that's what makes me still want to enjoy the holidays, because I know how much I did as a kid. Before, it's like once they take Santa, that's another thing, man. That's a trauma, man. That's fucked up. When they take Santa Claus away from kids.
It's grooming.
It is.
Over the years,
It's setting
over
you
generations. Because so many people are like, oh, well, it's tradition, and let's do it this way, and blah, 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 man. Fuck that. I'm breaking tradition. I want to break it. I want to break that shit. Why are we doing this? Why don't we save up and
hilarious? Look, speaking of these
invest
things,
in ourselves?
Look, my nigga Red, I went to school with, man, he said that he stopped believing in the Tooth Fairy because his mama gave him some food stamps. We was like fucking middle school or some shit, like early middle school. He's like, I stopped believing that shit a long time ago. My mama gave me some food stamps. And this is back when food stamps was paper. See, man, y'all not ever gonna ever know that age, man. It's a wrap. Everything's not even gonna be paper soon.
That's crazy.
We're going into a different world. But then,
Whole different world.
you know, holidays and all that shit, y'all, that shit's still gonna be here.
But think about this though. What happens if a giant solar flare comes from the sun and wipes a giant EMP and just wipes out all electronics, all cars, because everything's going to electronic.
Oh my goodness. And that is the thing. That's everybody's real fear of, just like, people have a suspicion that something like this is going to happen. And I'm going to say that me particular, I think that it's a fear propaganda that they've instilled in people through the movies. Like a fucking fallout or something where everything just...
Yeah, but you gotta be realistic though.
Yeah.
A fucking asteroid could come across the sun and whoosh.
Oh my goodness.
Hadouken the Earth.
You gotta be realistic. That sentence alone shows you no. Oh goodness. So,
it could happen, but I'm very optimistic about the future though.
But I also think, anything, if we're saying, it could happen, like infinite possibilities, then it could happen. But I don't think it really works the way that I think that NASA's another fear propaganda. And
it could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be
fear propaganda, because there's a lot of things that they say that is also sending us on a wild goose chase, like all the possible Earth-like planets in one fucking galaxy. Like, come on, bro.
Oh yeah.
Y'all blowing the smoke up our ass.
Yeah, they'll tell you whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell you
just
whatever.
to have people dreaming on some, like, I wonder what.
Wow!
Look at that one! Look at that one! Look at ass! Like, what is that?
I just imagine like humans with that song in the background.
Yeah, because like there's a couple different things, like where Frylock on Futurama, he's in the damn the cryogenic state, like he falls in the
first episode.
Yeah, on the first episode, and everything's getting destroyed and rebuilt, and then the aliens abducted, and it all gets sucked up, and then it starts over again, and dinosaurs, and like they made it. They just showed you, like, so
history repeats itself.
How many times have we really reset?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like I don't think it works in the same kind of way. Like when they talk about Earth being, or other Earth-like planets, is just more Earth. Let's put it that way. That's all it is. It's more Earth. And we could say in a different physical time space. So it would be astrally in another space-time. So that's why we would try to physically locate it in a different star system, when really it's just in a different astral location as far as our human mind collective as a social memory complex, something that has superseded the idea of time. But we haven't gotten there yet because we're still third density in our motherfucking awareness. But it gets there eventually to where time is the vehicle and space is what you're traveling through. Or, excuse me, space is what you're scrolling through or what you're moving through. Opposed to we're moving through time or moving through space and time is the measurement. If space was the measurement, that is the dream world. We could see it that way. If you could picture it that way, space being the measurement.
But I think we are definitely children of the earth because we, for one, need gravity to like keep our bones dense and muscle strong and shit like that. But we are time traveling.
Do you need gravity or
through.
does gravity need you?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because
without us, what is gravity?
Gravity is the collective idea of Earth, or your collective idea of what's grounding you to the experience. Collective being at this point 8 billion deep. So your shared idea with the other 8 billions of your other self is what is creating the illusion of what you might call gravity. Straight up. Because guess what? If I told you one human could fly, it would defy your idea of free will, inevitably creating in your mind that person to be a god, or in your mind the destiny to learn how to fly.
But that's just like because people are primitive. That's so it's just like that Star Trek movie where the ship came out of the water and it was hovering and the people were like, oh, or whatever, and freaking out because they've never seen anything like it a day in their life. So
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it would just defy your whole concept
your
of
whole
reality.
understanding.
It would fuck your whole shit up.
And then they started drawing it in the sand and worshiping it and shit like that.
Exactly. Man, you just did it.
And think of how many times this has happened in our resets where you get something like Eastern Island Heads. You can best believe the people that were there when them things were created, they were probably dumbfounded by what created them or which one of their people created them. And they were probably, that's where your damn priesthoods and all that shit came from. They were like, oh, these motherfuckers are statue, mountain, no. I'm making fun of it so that we can be humorous about it, but if we can really realize that free will is an interpretation of our collective understanding of ourselves as a mind, body, spirit totality. So contingent upon where we are in that space, that idea is what man is. It is not like we came from any one thing. Man, you don't know when the beginning of it is because there's so many different versions that just go back and back to where eventually a motherfucker will call it mythology and somebody will be like, there's no way that they're really talking about real people. But then what is mythology? What is it to be theosophical of the belief? What is Rosicrucianism? So on and so forth. What is the motherfucking what is Hermeticism, or what the fuck were the Egyptians talking about? What were the Greeks talking about when they're talking about primordial or Titan beings? What does this actually mean other than consciousness at Planck scale? The same motherfucking melanin that we were talking about when we was just saying numbers. 3, 4, 6. These are fucking atoms. Like, why they would even put atom at the beginning of the Bible. Like, they didn't do it on accident. It can't be an accident that they just so happen to call this subatomic particle or an atom later. Like
Jesus, the Son, I'm pretty sure that one comes from the ancient Egyptians.
Straight up, yeah.
Horus, Horus or Heru, like. But the thing is, it's like there was probably a mythology before that. It's almost like a damn, like if you're gonna be born in one of these physical matrices, there's going to be some kind of manual to get out. Like, think about it. If this body is actually flight school, like you're actually of the astral plane, or the 96% of your junk DNA that is the black spaces between the stars that we see in the sky.
You can unlock it. You can unlock it.
Yeah, that's motherfucking jet fuel. And then the way the Egyptians described this fuel to be is an astral projection when you die. And basically they give you all these damn metaphors, like measuring your heart to a feather, or measuring your heart to a feather, which really means how much of this damn earth experience have you taken personally? Niggas literally be thinking the Egyptians weighed a fucking heart to a feather. You best believe motherfuckers who created mathematically perfect pyramids was not trying to weigh a fucking heart to a feather. Boy, don't get lost in motherfucking Egyptology and shit. That shit is retarded. It's not correct.
Yeah,
It's not right. Because Mayat was using the heart as a symbol of what you holding on here. Yeah, what you holding on to this earth experience for? What is the gravity? What is so serious? What's bringing you back to earth? So then, in the magnetosphere of the planet, you see two weak. You can look it up, what the magnetosphere of the planet looks like. You'll see two weak spaces on the poles. These poles are aligned with Orion, which sits between Gemini and Taurus. And then on the other side, Scorpio and Sagittarius has a constellation that sits between them called Ophiuchus. These are the weak pockets of the Earth's magnetosphere, what the Egyptians called the web of Isis. They said that this was the easiest way to astral project and leave the planet. Or when Jesus is like, I forgive you your sins. My work is with the Father. This is not my kingdom. How do you die and not come back? You can't be tied to this fucking earth experience. So then they put a cherubim at the beginning of in the beginning of the Bible to keep everybody out of the fucking garden. They put a cherubim there. Or in other words, your worst fucking nightmare. When you realize that you wasn't shit here on earth, yeah, you going to hell. You definitely coming back to this motherfucker to do it over. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I cussed my mom out. You're gonna see yourself outside of your body because you won't have a body no more, aka you died. So now you get to actually see the spaces, because now you're time again. Father time again. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The other side of the astral plane. Now you get to see your full. That's why they always, in the movies, they make people's life flash before their eyes and all that. They're revisiting their experiences or concentrating on their next incarnation.
Yeah.
Straight up. That shit wild.
Funneled into the universe.
And my aunt's over here like, you remember that time you cussed your mama out?
Yeah.
You gonna come back and do this shit over.
And in Lucifer in Netflix,
yeah,
whenever you go to hell, it's not even him torturing them. It's their selves torturing themselves.
They telling you what it is. They telling you what it is.
You're torturing
yourself. Getting right with God is getting right with yourself. Stop fucking people over. Stop being lazy.
Shady.
Like,
being shady.
Stop being
lazy.
All of that. Because if you do yourself wrong, or if you do somebody else wrong, it's the same thing as doing yourself wrong. Because once you see that all is self, and you don't have a body anymore that proves that all is self, because you're going to see everything equally. It's not like you're going to be like, damn, like, damn, he talked to my mama that way? That was me? Like, because you're not going to remember every fucking experience.
No.
Memory isn't, science has actually proved that we don't forget things. It's called HSAM. There's some people who are born that remember every day of their life. It's fucking wild.
Like the Rain Man. Oh, but hey.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they got real live people like that. It's like less than 1% of the population. But with that being said, it's been proven that we just don't forget anything for real. It just goes into a part of our mind that we're not, the neurons aren't firing there anymore. And especially if it's a traumatic experience that in a certain way, our neurons, they get a scab or they calcify so that there's even less electromagnetic activity there. So that memory becomes harder to access. It doesn't mean that you forgot it. It's just, it's memory, it's space now. Just like memory on a computer. You may not do everything that your computer's able to do or everything that you save to your computer. It doesn't mean that it isn't there.
Well, the way I understand it, whenever it downloads or goes to your hard drive, all it does is like it just yeah. Whenever you delete stuff,
and that I don't like that too. Yeah,
it's still there.
Yeah,
but it goes to a file that's just on top of each other.
Man, that's why meditation is so key, because to still the mind and is to reverberate the reality outward to where you're not being bamboozled with all these white noises that's really actually just giving you more influence, more motherfucking 5 sense programming for you to filter the reality through. You gotta push that shit out so you can actually access what you done fucking that shit wild, dude. That's for real. You gotta peel back them layers.
Yeah.
And that shit's so for real, because when you do that, then you're doing the motherfucking that's healing. That's real healing, because man,
but
this society been traumatized.
I don't know. I think they've been doing a little bit too much layer peeling, for real. Because they're too, man, people are sensitive these days.
But
people
see, they would be
sensitive.
They wouldn't be sensitive if they did the real self work, because then they would realize, without having to die, this is the part that I played in it. Like Mayat wouldn't have to be weighing their ass to the feather, because they're already taking the role of the Mayat or the Libra on the scale. Like that's what Mayat would be if we made her a zodiac. It would be your relationships, or how you look at relationships, how you look at balance, the give and take, and the energy that you're navigating yourself through this plane with. So with that being said, we gotta understand that each aspect of this zodiac is just really telling you about a key or essential part of yourself that you're using once again as a house or a point of reference towards an intention or original thought or emotion. So same thing with motherfucking relationships. Like, if we gotta realize what's relative to us and how to use it. Like, we gotta be able to balance that, because some things we bite off more than we can chew, and now you're, unfulfilled because you're trying to make other motherfuckers happy and shit.
But they're out there trying to fulfill a false dream, because you just keep on.
Regardless,
you're just
anyway.
running in a circle.
Right. That's why it's like this shit is methodology, and then to be able to meditate on that isn't. It shouldn't make you more sensitive. It should make, and if it does make you more sensitive, it should make you more keen and aware to your own emotions, because what it's going to actually do is now you're going to realize how you were even fucking triggered, because you're examining the situation outside of yourself.
Yeah, you have to back up off what you're feeling, what the other people are feeling, and how you're reacting with whatever situation you're
I
going
think so, man, because like
I don't think meditation is meant to destroy the ego. You might have a stronger ego because you meditated so much, but at the end of the day, you understand what you said earlier. It just keeps on keeping on.
But
So
really,
you don't take it as serious.
But see, what people don't understand is what you have to do is use it as a tool. Ego is just another tool in your arsenal of emotions
absolutely.
to either deal with what you're feeling or to
That's
manipulate your surroundings.
That's some
All the shit right there. Wow. Man, if we're using it in that way, we're seeing our nature for what it is. And that's something that isn't supposed to necessarily be conquered and done away with, but to be understood and knowing that we can escape it, it can, and it's supposed to be used as a tool. Straight up. I agree with that 100%. Hell yeah.
Because, I mean, really, that's all I can see it being used for. Because, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of guys just go around ego tripping, so.
Yeah, but see that inflated ego, that ain't no good. That you can't use that motherfucker. Like that's a useless ego.
Yeah.
When people's egos are inflated, they're gonna be in their own way. Stay away from motherfuckers like that. They're fucking toxic. They some damn energy vampires. They some fucking demons. Stay away from them.
Stay away.
For real, man. We don't need no damn scumbags on our damn team.
Yeah.
Straight up. Inflated egos, they can't see. They can't grow. How can you grow? You know already.
Yeah.
Or nobody feels like I do. When you hear motherfuckers say like nobody knows how I feel, things like that, like you're blocking yourself out from the world. You think that your problems are greater than the world. And there's a lot of people carrying that motherfucking shit right now because they're not doing the work. They're not doing the work to realize like maybe I'm not so fucking special. Like, and it's not being a dick or anything, but what makes you so much better than everybody else to where nobody will ever understand how you feel? Like, you the only person who's ever been through the shit that you think that you're going through. There's always somebody that can actually probably help you if you opened up to them. Because you'd be surprised, man. We'd be going through the same shit. It'd just be a little tweaked based off of the personal differences, like the personal circumstances and situations I got going on. But I might be going through some of the same shit as 100 other motherfuckers. And we be feeling this, like,
it's localized.
right.
Because to yourself.
To your local experience. Like, so don't get
because
caught up in that,
imagine-
like, you're alone in your feelings. Like, man, you gotta push through
There's
that
a lot
shit.
of people, there's a lot of people feeling the same exact way. They might put on a brave face or they might put on their daily mask, but they are going through the same thing.
Man, that shit's so for real. And it's like, if we could see it that way, then we'll be able to really, then you can go ahead and just understand, like, that there's two sides to the emotion. It's what you're going through now, and you got to go through that to get through it. Like, getting through it being the other side. But, like, how the hell do you do that if you stuck on the emotional part of it? If you stuck on the emotional part of it, or once again, you slowing your process down, you're going to create a process that's fear-based or just not understanding, because that's the same damn thing in a way. We fear what we don't understand.
That's humans, though. It's instilled in our brains.
Right.
Fear.
So the thing is to understand. And in understanding, you won't fear.
Yeah, exactly. You understand whenever you feel like that, you can suppress that. You can suppress that down. Oh, okay. I'm fearful, so let me breathe, calm my heart
And then
rate.
furthermore, what it is that we're fearful of, we need to understand why. Or at least embrace the idea of what is actually going on with us. this is what I mean by the self-work. Because for us to just like try to brush past our fears is what allows us to keep going in a loop of circumstances and situations. Because it's always going to lead us back to test us again. Like the energy's going to orbit around again and see if you react or respond the same way. If you're still going to react out of fear or love. Embrace.
So, speaking of that,
or leave me alone. Look at that.
All right. So, what's going on here lately is the LGBTQT plus.
Damn.
All of them, the alphabet.
I think we touched on it for real without even saying their name like that. When we was talking about these motherfuckers that just want to cancel everything, that don't agree with what. No, we not making your feelings invalid, but motherfuckers everybody feels a different way.
I think a lot more.
But it goes hand in hand
other than that community. I think a lot more people are involved with cancel culture.
That's what I'm saying. Listen to me. I gotta get this out because it's really fucked up. But this whole shit is for everybody. Not just if you subscribe to be LGBTQ. It has altered people's idea of gender roles in general as a society. Men don't know how to be men. Women don't know how to be women. And then furthermore, everybody's telling you it's not even fucking important.
Yeah.
Y'all are lost.
Sorry. Y'all are fucking lost because
Y'all fucking lost.
What has really happened is everybody has forgot what they are and focused on who they are so much that now everybody's confused.
Yeah.
A bunch of confused motherfuckers. And
Mommy, what's a penis do?
yeah.
Nothing, sweetie.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
It pays my bills and nothing else.
You can.
We have toys for that part.
Yeah. Hey, they're telling them you can lop it off.
To get rid of me.
They're trying to tell
Turn
kids.
us into a bunch of Android toys.
Tell kids though that it's okay to take hormone replacement. I mean, under 15.
That's too much.
Come on now, they're impressionable. I think
That's
kids are impressionable.
Man, look up the judge in Texas that's trying to get this bill passed to cancel this abortion drug. It's some kind of abortion pill, and he's trying to get the pill canceled. But he said that look what he says about gay people. He says that they're born from people who have been sexually liberated.
What?
He said some bogus shit, but he said that they're psychologically traumatized people that are born from parents that were sexually liberated.
Okay, so this is. I think it might be like.
I think it's a little much, but it's
that might be an over
You know
exaggeration.
what I'm saying? He's probably like a psycho Christian too, and all that. But
right.
one of them damn and evangelical whatever, you know.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them motherfuckers or something. But,
And whenever I was growing up, there was a lot of people that were confused with themselves, and then there was some people that I knew weren't gay or anything, but got bullied so hard that they turned gay. Yeah, and I watched it before my eyes.
Man, I know it's wild.
And
man.
people will say, "Oh, they were always gay," and
no,
hell
no.
nah. I've seen it.
That shit is all traumatized learned behavior.
But as I was growing up,
because it's in your nature to be. Look, it's in 98% of your nature to be straight up. For 10 or 13 some shit percent of Americans to be gay. It's not like that around the rest of the world, straight up. And we could be like, well, religion doesn't allow them to because they'll get
they'll be persecuted or whatever. No, like it ain't even like it's so silly. It's like, why would religion persecute somebody for that if it weren't already the way things were for a long time? For us to try to change the narrative of that by force, that's different than someone being traumatized and or beat up or fucking neglected by a parent, because some people say that subconsciously gay people hate their mamas.
What?
Yeah, subconsciously gay people hate their mamas. Now, I don't know. I ain't saying yes or no, but I'm going to say that what the media has done to the children is completely wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with nobody's sexual orientation.
Yeah.
But that is an adult theme. Like, that don't have nothing to do with no kids.
Absolutely.
Leave these
they
kids
put it
out of it.
I was watching Netflix the other day, and they put it in the cartoon, Drag Queen. I was like, bro, what are they doing? Yeah, like,
That's much.
Who
That's a
cares?
little much.
Who cares what you do in the
That's
bedroom?
a little
but
sus.
yeah, keep that shit in the bedroom. Like,
straight up, man. They want y'all to accept some other shit.
No, they're trying to suck in your children to join their ideology.
Eventually, and then
next
they can push pedophilia on y'all and be like, we're part
They're
of the
already
LGBT.
trying to. They have their own flags.
Okay.
I'm so serious.
I already know. I didn't want to say that, but yep.
I mean, for real.
Local Pharaoh said it. And look, I mean, everybody else that knows this, and there's so many of you LGBTQ motherfuckers that know this, and y'all still want to fucking subscribe to the idea of this political movement, and y'all know that there's a pedophilia flag.
Crazy.
Anybody, I don't give a fuck what you got between your legs.
Yeah.
You some fucking sickos if you know it's a pedophilia flag and you still rocking with that movement.
Yeah.
You're a fucking sheep, just like the rest of these motherfuckers who know, bro, y'all picking sides, you're a fucking sheep. And just admit it.
Everybody wants to be in their tribe, though.
Straight up, man.
Everybody wants to be in their tribe.
Y'all can be in that tribe. Y'all can take that motherfucker.
That's what it is.
That's what they want y'all to do, man. They want y'all to just accept the children. The children will eventually be android chimera sex slaves, and y'all gonna be cool with it, cause we all rocking with all the flags, looking ass.
I mean, you seen the sex robots?
Man,
they're eventually gonna. Oh, we just come on down. We can artificially inseminate you.
Reminds me of the episode of Rick and Morty.
Talking about Gazorpazorp.
There's a lot of weird sexual innuendo in Rick and Morty. But
hey, shout out to Rick and Morty.
Man, that shit is
We love Rick and Morty.
That shit is funny as fuck, dude.
Yes, because it's intellectual, and I get all the jokes, and
what is that
finally
dragons thing?
It's dry humor also. Like I love it.
The damn dragon where they
Percocet, Molly Percocet.
Oh shit, dude! I cannot look, bro. That shit is funny.
Oh man!
But I don't think that. I feel like they're used in. It's such an emotional topic for people that are of a different sexual orientation, and a part of my mind can understand it. The tension on the rest of the world that is already set, and really the natural order of things, for y'all to go against the grain and have to come out and just be like, this is who I really actually am.
Yeah.
They've used that as an agenda against you. I don't understand how you don't.
And people fall for it. People fall for it.
Fall for
hook,
it.
Line, and sinker. They're
it's
like,
not
yeah.
idiot. Nobody's business. What?
Yeah.
Who
gives
you
a shit?
love?
Who gives a shit?
That is free.
Yeah, it's free.
You are completely entitled to that. Regardless of who you are, you're entitled to love whoever.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, they want to push that to the level where it's like, I love this child.
Yeah, but also
It's not my child.
it's
Like,
the corporations.
I want her to be mine.
It's the corporations making
They've been doing it with
hell of
orphanage.
profit. Yeah,
In a way,
we
like, I
support.
was saying some shit on.
We support the community. We support it, and we're inclusive and everything like that. But really, they don't give a fuck. They're just saying that so they can get your money too.
Get your money too.
Get your money too.
And it's like, that's all tied in. Like, the extreme feminism and the LGBTQ goes all in together.
Modern feminism it's
Yeah.
a sham. They've sold y'all.
Modern feminism is extreme feminism. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even like, and it's got to be to amplify the level of, look, they want everyone, and it's just crazy how this conversation keeps hooking in. That's why I said we was talking about these people all at the beginning. When we was talking about these strong ass independent mentalities. They want y'all to feel like that, but then y'all really fucking weak. Cause y'all can't take no kind of criticism.
None.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that will see this and have subscribed to one of these flags, one of these mentalities, one of these movements, and they got to be offended because you're not really trying to see it for what it is and see that we trying to put you on game to what is going on. Like,
Yeah, lift the veil.
man, it's like, it's not that any of it's wrong what you're doing, but they're using it as sauce.
Mm-hmm.
They saucing and buttering y'all up, like straight up.
Look at this. Look at this ad. Look at this 3-second video
Man.
over and over and over again.
Oh,
See the same shit, different people doing it, but it's the same shit.
Man, and it's
hashtag.
And it's just MK Ultra that shit deeper into your mind to where, yeah, this really is how I feel. Look, the commercial even says it.
Come on, let's shorten their attention span. Yeah,
Man.
Yeah.
So now you can't even really, logically discuss your fucking feelings. And that's what happens. These people are, the attention span is so gone to where now y'all just feel a bunch of different types of ways. But then you can't even really talk about it.
But we've put windows in front of ourselves, though, to separate us from real human interaction.
Real human interaction is gone. So now, yeah, you can really say whatever the fuck you want behind the internet. Shit you would never say nothing to like that to a motherfucker in person.
Yeah.
You about to let that shit fly. And then cancel their ass.
Yeah. And then delete, block.
Man, all of that.
But
It done made y'all weak and sensitive. Y'all gonna do all that and think about it for the rest of the day. Like, girl, I argued with this dude on Facebook about whoop-de-whoop for whoop-whoop-whoop.
yeah,
You
dude,
did
listen
what?
to this drama. Drama, that's all it is.
Man,
Everybody
it be
wants
some
drama,
bullshit.
drama.
And then y'all supposed to be free and liberated and open-minded and woke. Come on now. They want you to think that too. So y'all keep doing this stupid nonsense. Eventually, y'all going to identify them two together and just synchronize it. You think that's what woke is about? Who can shout their, I'm a free, independent woman. Rawr! Have you ever seen that thing?
You got
It's a dude. It's a dude doing it. He says, I am a free, independent woman. But it's like, anybody can just call themselves a woman now. Y'all just don't take that.
Yeah.
Y'all birth the babies.
Yeah. And that's because modern feminism has also tied in with that. So now they've told women that anybody can be a woman.
Anybody can be a woman.
Anybody can compete.
And that's supposed
you.
to be woman empowerment.
Yeah.
Think about all the psychological games they done fucking played with y'all to where y'all believe.
Man, believe everything. Anything you
Anyone
hear on the
can be
news,
a
oh,
woman.
did you hear?
Any man, if anyone can be a woman, any man can just go ahead and be a woman. And that's woman empowerment.
Well,
Somebody's gonna be like, of course it is. Look at that.
yeah, for real. You know this guy said,
bro. That shit is
he identified as a woman whenever he went to prison. Went to a woman's prison and got like 2 inmates pregnant.
I was not expecting it to get that good. That's
So serious.
Hell, dog. What?
So serious.
Look, so y'all still feeling empowered about that?
Yeah.
Nah, because now those women, look, now, what if they didn't want to get pregnant? They deserve to go get an abortion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, all of that. Like,
And
y'all taking the gift of giving life, and then furthermore,
damn, that's
somebody
fucked
who
up.
can't give life.
As soon as you have the baby, they take it. Because you're in prison. You can't take care of no baby in prison. In the prison,
They just take it in.
and put it in foster care or family.
That's not right.
That's
That's not
crazy.
right.
But the whole prison system is fucked up in the first place. It's all privately owned. Back to money.
Man.
Back.
Women empowerment. And then guess what? If I wanted to, I could say that I'm a strong, independent woman, and that is women empowerment to y'all. Y'all fucking lost, bro. Fucking lost. Anybody can just call themselves a fucking woman, and y'all supposed to feel empowered. No.
That's crazy.
They're literally
People are losing their
stripping
way.
you of your motherfucking power
And what they're
and
trying
calling
to
it
do.
empowerment.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is flip the roles, flip the
Man.
energy, take the feminine and turn it masculine, and masculine
Straight
turn
up.
it feminine. Because
Gender
And-
roles to where now you just, men are disposable. Don't nobody, if you are unapologetically masculine, you're considered a fucking threat. Yeah. This whole conversation is threatening a lot of people's natural way of thinking at this point because they've
they're
been
like,
groomed that well into this motherfucking
that
backwards
bullshit.
Local Pharaoh, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. This is a type of kind of conversation. It could just go on and on, but
Yeah,
we got to give them something to look forward to next time, man.
Absolutely. And yeah, we've been into it for about a couple hours now, so we're gonna sign out. Local Pharaoh, Wild Card.
Wild card.
Yes, sir.
Easy.
Love, peace, and chicken grease. We out.